Good morning, everybody. So, today I'm going to talk to you guys about the Haitian Diaspora, the young Haitian Diaspora, and exactly what it is that we should be doing. Now, this was going to be live with call-ins, um, but YouTube was acting up. There was some real problems. I think some people did get that notification, but we won't do it. But I think in the future, this is a topic that we will have to go back to, and uh, and definitely have an open discussion about, because it's very important. It deals with us, those of you, the most of you that are listening to me right now. And it's not just important for us, but it's also important for those in Haiti. The Haitian diaspora is a third of the Haitian community worldwide. That means a third of the people who are Haitian citizens actually live abroad. That's about 4 or 5 million people, and not too many countries have that kind of number at all. At all. I think only the Jewish people who are from Israel and are spread all over Europe, Americas, all over the world. I think only they come close, or I mean surpass us, I should say. But I don't know any other country that has a third of its population living around the world. And a lot of people may look at it as a bad thing because now you have because these people don't live there because things are so bad. A lot of us have moved away from Haiti because of an untenable situation, not because we just felt like living in another country. I'm sure for most of us, our parents or whatnot, they would have probably liked to visit the U.S., probably like to have businesses in the U.S., but it wouldn't have been their first choice to come and live in the U.S., live in Canada in that cold, uh, or live in so many of these South American countries where you could get harassed and abused, or in the Dominican Republic. I don't think that would have been their first choice. So it is in a way to our detriment that we have that many people abroad. But I believe that even when you have something that's a failure or a negative, rather than just trying to eliminate it, it's better to make it into an advantage. That means to say, while some people have the idea that bringing the diaspora back into Haiti and so they could do stuff in the country, they think that that would be the solution to this issue, this problem. But no, I feel like it's better we use the advantage that we have by having so many of our people living across the world. Turn that into an advantage that other countries don't have. Find a way to make it an advantage for our economy, for our education system. And it is with that view that I say that, I present what I believe the Haitian diaspora ought to be doing. Um, The way I'm going to present it is I'm going to present it in terms of where we want it to be and then move backwards to how do we get there. Okay? So I'm going to open up and tell you guys where we want to go. And this may take 5-10 years to get there. But in the end, by the end of this video, I'm going to explain what we have to do now to get to that point. So let's talk about where we want to go. And let me just pull up this right here to tell you exactly where we want to go. Hold on. I'm pulling up a picture to show you to demonstrate where we want to go. This right here. This picture right here. This is the New York Stock Exchange. For the Haitian diaspora, this is where I think where we can best help the country and help ourselves. Now, I'm not saying we need to create something. We need to deal with the New York Stock Exchange at all. But what our goal should be is to create an investment market. To create a place where Haitians living abroad can invest into Haiti. Now, because I don't believe going into Haiti and actually building a business down there helps at all. It's no different than foreign direct investment, which in my last 2-3 videos I've explained how problematic that is. While I don't think it's a totally bad thing, if you're bringing something unique in terms of a business into Haiti, that's fine. But just because you have the means, it's not helpful collectively for someone in the Haitian diaspora to go into Haiti and open up a business. What is better is if they were to invest in someone in Haiti creating that business. That's what is most optimal. Because right now we have farmers in the country, farmers who can't really grow. They can't grow a massive amount of food. They can't get that food to the markets. They can't get it to where it can be shipped out. They can't get it to where people can purchase it because they don't have large equipment in order to work the field. Sometimes they need more investment done in the field itself. You know, they need seeds, they need fertilizer, they may be impacted by natural disaster and need to overcome that. So there's opportunity there for Haitians in the diaspora to invest in businesses in Haiti, in industries and businesses in Haiti, and help them grow. Because if you leave whatever job you have that's here in the U.S. or that's in France, you know, if you leave that job and take the risk to go down in Haiti, then that income is gone. And we know that in Haiti, the economy is just no good. Like, it's not a place where you can come and put your expertise in and get a great job, or put together a business and be able to make it grow and grow real well. Haiti's just doesn't provide that right now. So going in and doing that doesn't work. What works better is if we can create an investment market where we can invest in businesses. where people in Haiti can grow business. Because, like you got the Madon Saga, the ladies on the side of the road that are selling stuff. There's somebody that's a distributor for all of them. Not all of them are just individually going and purchasing and selling. Sometimes they're getting from somebody who distributes at a larger level. Can we invest in that business so that more of these ladies could be able to come together and maybe be managers of a department store, or open up, a chain, a franchise of places? Can those businesses grow in that respect? So now they're actually hiring people, able to hire people. They're able to actually contribute back by paying taxes. That's what we want. That's where the Diaspora can help. The Diaspora can help by taking what they have in where they are abroad, and being able to and finding and us creating an apparatus by which these resources can be. And it's not just monetary resources. There's also the intellectual resources. Like an idea we should implement is to have Haiti's entire educational system be online first, and in the classroom second, because there's a shortage of teachers, of qualified teachers at that. Unless you're going to a private school, and those costs are high. The regulation of them are not as strict and not as tight. So what we could possibly have is the diaspora that lives in the U.S. that knows English, the diaspora that lives in France that speaks French, those that live in South America that speak Portuguese or Spanish. They could be teaching classes online in Haiti. You'll still have teachers in the country who can also play the role of facilitators or in-class teachers, but we can really grow our education system this way, cheaply. And not only will it grow, but it will benefit by having a global, a global look to it, where students will be learning from the cultures of all these different things from Haitians like them. And as well, it will put some money in the pockets of the Haitians living abroad. And that's the good part about this investment market that I'm talking about, that the Diaspora need to have for Haiti. Because, I know too many Haitians that work 1, 2, 3 jobs, some even 4 jobs, to send money back into the country, send money to their families in the country. They send that money out and they get nothing back in return. There's no opportunity for them to get anything back in return. It's like they're throwing the money down in a hole. At least in the case of an investment market, if that business grows, like let's say it's a business to ship mangoes out of Haiti. If it grows, it makes 10 million. Then that Haitian that's in the Diaspora that put money into that is going to make money too. It's growing, it's helping their situation. And maybe with that money, they might even open a business in the U.S. where they are that will give them more opportunity to invest more in the businesses in the country, in the market that we have established in Haiti. That's what we need to be doing. All that other stuff, all that, charities and wanting to go down there and open up a school. I mean, the only type of humanitarian aid or support that I actually feel like I can't criticize is when it comes to education or medicine. So I understand, but all those other projects that don't have to do with education or medicine, Sybil Bean, man, it's not going to get us anywhere. You know, it's not going to solve the problem that we have. This right here is going to solve the problem. We need to get to the point where we can have an investment market in the country, where we can invest in the businesses there, because those businesses are going to grow. They're going to grow. They're going to hire people. They're going to export, or they're going to export. You know, that would be ideal for them to grow and export. But either way, it will get the economy within Haiti moving, whether they export or not. And it's a shared risk, like, because right now there are some organizations out there, institutions out there that quote unquote invest in Haitian businesses, small businesses to medium businesses. But what they offer are loans, especially the ones that get the micro loans. I can't believe they give this guy, the guy from India, a Nobel Prize over this. Like, that's a joke. Because he came up with micro loans, microfinancing, which is just the equivalent of one of those. We have them here in the U.S. They're called like cash advance places. You know, I had a homie, he got involved in the cash advance stuff, man. He never got out. Ended up having to give up his car. The interest rates are too high. And it's not a real investment. You know, $20, $25, $100, $200, that's not an investment. Anybody who's tried that, start a business, you know that you need real capital to start a business. You need real capital in order to get over that hump. You know, you hear business people always say that first million is the hardest, but after that, you know, it's a lot easier. Well, you know, that's just the way business and investing works. You need some real capital to get behind something to make it roll. And loans, micro loans, just doesn't provide that. In fact, it should be said that it causes more harm than good, because these people become dependent on it. And in the end, they end up just having to keep paying the interest, stay in a hole, dodging the collectors. So this is the model that my people, my diaspora people, this is where we want to go. This is where I'm at. You know, if you follow my work, you follow the Haiti Sentinel, everything that I'm doing, this is where I'm at. Any other stuff that you might think, you know, oh, I need to be doing, no, this is where I believe we need to be going to, where Haiti has an investment market for its economy, for its business. And I do now, because I know that it's probably U.S., they probably like what I'm saying already. The U.S. Embassy, French Embassy, they probably like it, but now they're not going to like what I'm about to say now. I think the investments should only be for the diaspora community. They should be the only ones that are allowed to invest, because we know what's going to happen if we let some blunt start investing in the country. They're going to have a lot more financial power than the diaspora, and they're just going to take over everything, and that's not what we're trying to have. Rather, we want the diaspora to be the only investors allowed to participate in this investment market. So that's where we want to go. That's where we want to go. And there's more to be said about that. And I guess if you guys really show an appreciation for this conversation, we're going to have a live and you know, we're going to really start talking about this. But That's where we want to go. But how we get there is very, 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 very complicated. The most complicating thing is that it requires government support, public support. In the U.S., you have something called the SEC, the Stocks and Exchange Commissions, if I'm not mistaken. You have a lot of regulatory bodies that exist. Because, see, you can't expect the diaspora to invest in a business in a market, and that business may not be reporting how much they earn. So you don't know if you're actually getting money back. You can't expect for that. You have to be able to protect the investors' money, and with that, you need regulatory bodies that first of all take a look at the business, that evaluate how viable it is before it goes onto the market, so that we could be able to say, okay, this is the opportunity that's there. This is how much the businesses have to be up for, very forthcoming, saying, okay, these are our assets. This is where we plan to operate. This is what we have. Whatever land they're using has to be protected. As can they prove that they own that land and that this is their land? There's all of these checks that need to go in order to make this happen. So, the government has to play a major role in implementing this. The government has to play a major, major, major role. There has to be laws put on the books. And so that brings us to this next stage. Because I'm trying, like I said, I'm going from where we want to go, but where we have to go to get there. So that's why I'm like, we need to have an organization. I got this right here. The name's probably going to change, but I know it's something that's going to be required to exist. This is Change Haiti. It's a Facebook page I have. People keep joining it, although I haven't published anything to it in quite some time. But what I hope we can do through Change Haiti is make these legislative things happen. We need to create the institutions that are going to protect the investors. We need to make sure those institutions have the right powers necessary in order to protect the investments, in order to establish an investment market. That there's oversight, that there's checks, that there's auditing, that the banks are have what they need in order to help with whatever transfers and transactions that need to take place. We have to. It requires law. So the Haitian Diaspora, we can't just sit and wait for the stock exchange. We can't just sit and wait for it. We're also going to have to get involved in the founding of it. We're going to have a real grassroots movement that pushes for changes in legislation in Haiti. One change that I like, the first thing I want to hit the ground with Change Haiti with, is that we get an open government in Haiti, where all the decrees, all the laws, all the bills, even if they're a draft bill, all the votes that happen in the Senate, in the Chamber of Deputies, in the Parliament, every public action needs to be online and available. We don't have that right now in Haiti. We don't know who voted who voted how. We need to know even the attendance records of our lawmakers. We need to have that type of foundation in order for something like a change, for us to be able to push towards getting an exchange market, because we need to know what's going on. We need to educate the voting population on what we need done. We need to know what uh, what uh, what lawmakers, what parliamentarians are willing to support it, so that we could tell and see their record of supporting it, and so that we could tell the population that's in Haiti, okay, these are the people that's going to make this thing move forward. So before we even talk about having our investment market, our stock exchange, we need to talk about setting up uh, the type of laws that we need. And with that, we need to talk about setting up the type of grassroots organization that can push the government to make those happen. Because it's not just going to happen. These people are highly corrupt. If you've been following, especially in the past 2 weeks, these people are highly, highly, highly corrupt. It can't be left to their chance or their good faith that they are going to do the right thing, no matter how good the idea sounds. I don't believe it. So we're going to have to push through something like this. Through something like this. Now, but in building an organization like this, I noticed that there's going to be challenges there too. One of the main challenges is getting enough people involved, because I'm quite certain that I could probably get 100 people, maybe 1,000 people, maybe not 1,000 people, but a few diehard people that are going to want to go out there and picket and stuff, but they will never understand the bit. But the masses, unfortunately, don't the masses unfortunately do not respond to things like that. They don't. You know, I've learned that through my work with the Haiti Sentinel. I've learned that, man, I could give people the meat and bones of what's going on in Haiti, what's going on in the politics, and the majority don't care. But let me give them some mess. Let me give them some stuff that's dealing with entertainment. Let me give them some stuff like that, and then you'll get a lot of likes, a lot of shares. Like, for example, there was this article I published a while back about these former prostitutes that went through a vocational program, graduated. That post right there, it's still making numbers to this day. To this very day, it's still making numbers daily. But it had to have hit like 100,000 people, man. Just went wild, like wildfire fire. But there were some people, I went and looked through the shares and how it was doing, and some people were a little upset because the word prostitute was used. Because they didn't like that. They thought it was, and that's how the organization that did it actually presented it. They presented them as prostitutes. They didn't use the word prostitutes, though. They used different words. And I noticed there were other news agencies that published the exact same story, but they used those types of words. They used the word marginalized women. They use that term, marginalized women, because they didn't want to say that. Or they say, former sex workers and stuff like that. And those articles got no push. So while there's people mad that they got this article and they used the word prostitute, they flagged me on Google, but Google lifted those restrictions because they didn't feel like it was it had merit, but they flagged because that word, they would have never seen the story had that word not been used to describe the women. It would have never reached them. It probably would have there may be a woman out there selling herself, maybe out there in Nashville in Kentucky or something, and she may come across the article and feel like she could change her life now. But it would have never reached her had that salaciousness had not been used. If that type of language had not been used to spread it. So that's a challenge. So my point I'm trying to say is, even though this committee for change, we know what it's about, what I want to be able to do with it, as far as pushing the organization, the Haitian government, to put the laws in place so that we can get to that stock exchange, to the investment market, where we all can grow and make money and grow our country. We won't be able to get big support for it because the masses just don't react to that. They don't. So I feel that before getting to that, and this is actually a current project that I just started working on. I mean, it's been in the works for like as long as Haiti Sentinel's been in the works, but I actually started putting code to script to start to develop this. This is Belba. This is a events website. It's going to be an events app where you're going to be able to find out, where, you're going to be able to find out where events and parties and stuff are going down. I posted this little thing, third annual Mr. and Miss May 18th, something like that was going on. But it's going to be an app. It's going to be a app. Oh, shoot. I lost it. I don't know what that is. It's going to be an app where you're going to be able, wherever you are, find a Haitian party. Wherever you are, you're going to be able to go and, not just parties, but events, seminars, and things like that. But it's going to be built around the party scene, the entertainment scene, because that's what really. See, this is from back in 2013. I put this page up. This actually, the idea been in development for more than a decade now. I'm finally putting code to it. This started last week, actually. But it's going to be an event place. It's going to use geolocation. Whether you're in Haiti, whether you're in France, whether you're in Canada, you'll know what's scheduled, what's coming up next. And I think that's going to be fun. But another thing that's going to be fun about this, it's also going to be a little dating website. It's gonna be linked to your Facebook account, but you're gonna be able to create a screen name. Pick a picture or pick an avatar that doesn't reveal, and people are gonna have fun. It's gonna be a dating and an events website, real fun stuff. People could vote on people's pictures and appearance. And it's gonna require some investors. But I feel like this project right here is going to provide the driving force and the finances for us to do what we want to do with Change Haiti. Because this is gonna, in my feeling, I feel like this is gonna hit the millions of people. I feel like the revenue that it's going to be able to make from supporting the entertainment industry and giving people an avenue to promote their events, and as well as, it's also a dating app and advertisers are going to be able to use it. I think it's going to be a really, really, it's going to make a lot of money. And the funds for that money is going to go into helping this, because it's going to cost money. We're not going to be able to depend on donations to run this. I mean, I've seen it done before. I see people, like try to campaign. Like in the U.S., we'll see the Democrats do it, or what's it called, Change.org, do stuff. But those things, they're not sustainable, and they don't get far. And often they end up spending so much time trying to raise money that they don't get to actually do what they need to do. And not only that, they sometimes end up getting money from people or institutions or entities that have their own interests, which may not be aligned with what the organization was originally set up for. I don't want to put this thing at risk of those factors. So that's why I really, and just for the pure fun of it, I want to create Bell Bob. And that's what I've started working on last week, putting code to script. So not only will that provide some money for Change Haiti, but it also provide a wider audience for us. So that when we are actually have something on the table that we need the lawmakers in Haiti to move on, that will get us closer to having our investment market, that'll get us closer to even having our educational system where, Haitians in the diaspora could teach classes online to the kids in Haiti, then we'll be able to have an audience through Bell Bob to push that message through. We'll have the finances and we'll have the audience. And the foundation of all of this stuff that I'm speaking of here is, of course, what you guys been so gracious to me to participate in, and that's the Haiti Sentinel. This is just a foundation for information. And I really, I'm hoping it continues to grow. It will. I hope to get writers for it soon, because I have things I have to also work on Bell Bob. And right now, I'm doing all the publishing for the Haiti Sentinel. But I do hope to be able to put, I think a few reached out last week. I don't know how dedicated they're going to be, but I do have to put this baby in the hands of somebody else who can take it over so we can start moving on the next phase. I want it to be in the hands of some other people so I could just work on this. I also have to go back and do some schooling. That's a whole nother thing, but I expect to be back in school next summer, working for some postgraduate degrees. But I want to have at least these two, this working independently, and obviously your support, everyone, giving tips, giving stories, that helps. And then, and this being to get built up where people start using it, and then we can continue to grow. So I hope, the thing is, I'm laying out things that I'm doing, and it may seem self-serving, but the truth is, like, I hope that anybody can do this. I just feel like it would be very, like, I would criticize myself if I laid out these plans and didn't actually show a path for it. I would criticize anyone who did that. So I'm telling you where we want to go. It's to this. And really, this is only phase 3 of a 7-phase plan that I've been thinking of for Haiti for years now. And this is only number 3 to get to this level where we have an investment market for the Haitian Diaspora. I don't see the point in sharing what needs to happen in the next 4 steps, but you got to imagine they're great steps. But to get to this, we need to be able to make some legislative things happen. to make these legislative things happen, we need to have some money. We need to have some force behind us. And I believe that's through Bell Bow. To make the legislative things happen is through Change Haiti. And then people have to be informed. They have to know what's going on. And that's been through the Haiti Sentinel and through Defend Haiti, which I think has inspired a lot of the news publications to all be to just a proliferation of them all over the place now. You can get news anywhere on social media and on the web, online. So that's what the Haitian Diaspora need to be doing. I'd be intrigued to hear what everybody else thinks, what you guys have to say. I don't like doing videos like this because I feel like it stops other people from wanting to speak because I've just spoken my mind. But please share your thoughts. Like I'm not immovable at all. I'm just trying to put something forward, and I'm very welcome to the support of others, their input. There is still money being distributed for the ratification. This is a center. He's saying there is still, but this is actually the translated version. But he's saying that there's always money being given to ratify a government. So there's corruption in Haiti, folks. Things aren't going to get, I write about it all the time, but people don't want to hear that. That's not news that there's corruption in Haiti. That's not news. And I'm not going to beat my readers and listeners over their head for not wanting to do something about it. But I'm hoping there are a few that wanna do something about it. I hope there are a few that want to support at least myself, or believe in me being able to do something about it, and are willing to support me. But I'm not going to beat anybody over the head for not hitting the streets. I understand, like, people got other things going on in their world. So that's where we need to be going. So the best thing you in your personal life can do right now is work on you. If you're in school, stay in school, graduate. If you're trying to run a business, get that business up and running. Build up yourself. Build up yourself, because very soon we're going to get to this point where what you've gained where you are is going to be able to grow Haiti, grow your pockets, and then one day you'll be able to lay back on a beach in Haiti. You'll have yourself a nice, beautiful home, some nice property. Maybe have yourself one of those islands off the coast, and you'll be able to sit back. That's what I dream for my diaspora people. There's plenty of land in Haiti, y'all. There's plenty of land for the 15 million of us that are there, and we all can be making money. And then we can create a haven where, our ADOS, African descendant of slaves in America, can come and have fellowship with us in Haiti. Those black communities in other countries can come and fellowship with us, and we can be an example again for the Pan-African community. So I hope I was clear about where we're trying to go. It's perfectly fine if I wasn't, because this is a discussion that's going to be had. If you're feeling within if any of this way you want the support, liking and subscribing, sharing helps as well. There's always donations. You're by donating, you're planting a seed into something that I believe in and that I'm dedicating my life to. Or you can actually put some manpower behind it. If you're good at organizing organizations. If you're a good coder, I could definitely use help with coding. I created the Haiti Sentinel website on my own. There's still some stuff I want to add to that, like people being able to filter and search, and I'm doing that at the same time, getting the foundation going with Bellbot. So if you're a coder, there's opportunity there for you to come in. And if you're somebody who likes to organize in the grassroots, community organizer, Change Haiti, there's opportunity to help with that. So that's about it. Wanted to drop this video, man. I hope you all are having a wonderful Sunday. And depending on how, the reactions, the thumbs up to this video, I'll see how soon we can do a live and get everybody discussing with us, man. But for now, goodbye. I love you all, and peace.